All right, let's talk chapter 30 of Mistborn. So we are entering the Venture Keep for a ball, which we find out something's off. And it's because this is the last ball. And because Vin and Valette, the House Renault, stayed too neutral, no one's interested in talking to her because everybody's trying to make sure that they're forming their alliances. So she's not important. So she's treated coldly. And something Vin notices is Elend's at the host table, which he's never there. But, all of a sudden duty comes first, right? Sazid decides to, with Vin's pushing, he goes to tell Kel about the balls being canceled because Kel is pretending to be an informant. And so important things, he can't not know about this. Sazid leaving? I said, bad idea. Thankfully, it wasn't great, but it's not as bad as I thought it could be. Vin approaches Elend, and he's like, I know you lied to me. You better get out of here before I embarrass you in front of all these people. And so he still cares for her, but he's, he goes off. And Kliss approaches Vin. She basically plays her cards and shows Vin that she's an informant. And she offers her services to Lord Renault because he's so neutral. He's like, he's going to have a hard time getting info now. But she also lets Vin in on Shan's plan. And Shan and Lord Strathventure had been planning Elend's death. He was going to be the first casualty of the House War to get it all going. And so Vin, she realizes, I love him. And so she decides to go save him. I knew she was going to expose herself and blow her cover. So I was like, at least the balls are over. You don't have to pretend anymore, right? But as she's going to save Elend, she sees that there's like 2 coin pushers or whatever they're called and 2 Mistborns. And she takes care of the 2 mistings relatively easily and then kind of gives warning to Elend somehow. And then she's running off because she can't fight 2 Mistborns. One of them gets knocked out of the race by some guard that she pushes towards him. And then she's fighting Shan. And they both use their ATM. And thankfully, Vin won by killing Shan. And Vin's like, we wanted a house war to happen. I just didn't know I was going to be the one to start it. And that made me giggle. But her cover's blown. I feel like Shan, since she is dead, if she had been left alive, Vin would have had to be more worried. I still think they have to be worried, but I'm not really sure how this is going to go and how Lord Renault's house is going to be implicated. But I feel like this catalyst is going to speed some things up. So I imagine in the next chapter or 2, we're going to be attacking some soothing stations. But yeah, that is chapter 30, and I will see you in the next.